Wednesday show. Wednesday show. Wednesday show. I don't know if you can hear me or if you're even there, because last week's Wednesday show, we had glitches everywhere. We didn't know who was watching, but hey, that's okay for you. It's time for us to talk about Disney. It's what we like to do. Hello, everybody. I am still slightly sick, so I do apologize. Hello, Frank fam. How you guys doing? If you joined us last week, I was a little sick. I am still a little sick, but I'm not as sick as I was just a few days ago. It's been a rough week of sickness for me. We get 5 days of sickness at my job throughout the year, and I was literally forced to use 2 of them for one of my vacations, and then another one I used just because. And then I used my last 2 this past weekend because I was not feeling the greatest. But we are back better than ever. Well, still a little nasally, but that's okay. And I do apologize because every now and then I go into these massive coughing fits. So if we get into one of those massive coughing fits, I apologize in advance if all of a sudden I'm just hacking up a lung over here. Okay, but how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing good over there? Out there in the YouTube verse. All right, so this is going to be the 851st episode of the Wednesday show. Let's get this party. You know what? Actually, let's do a vote. Let's figure out what we should do our episode about. I think if it was one of those where we had like 15 people on right now, I have an idea for an episode that I want to do, but we need a lot of people to do it. So we can do that one or that one or that one or that one. All right, those are going to be our 4 options right there. Your 4 options for tonight's episode are going to be either a Christmas episode. I'm not sure exactly what that means yet. Ask the expert, take a hike, or an attraction deep dive. You have until we finish doing our intro to figure out exactly which one you want us to do. So let's get this party started. We're going to start the 851st episode of the Wednesday show in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 851st episode of the Wednesday show. Today is December 10th. I can't believe it. December 10th, 2025, and I'm your host, as always, Brent Dodge. Hello. Today we're going to be going through and going with one of the topics that you guys are choosing out there in the chat room right now. But of course, before we get to that, let's talk about our news for the week. First off, thank you everyone out there who's been joining us for our Saturday in the park. If you didn't already know, every single Saturday we do a live broadcast from someplace found throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. You never know where we're going to be coming to you from, but I promise you we will always be coming to you live from Disney. This past week we did a broadcast from Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is coming up Saturday. I don't even have a park reservation yet, but we promise you we will be coming to you live from Disney. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our starting at 9,076 subscribers. As always, if this number continues to rise, we will continue to go into extra innings tonight. So send a friend or 2, or if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed as well as we continue going through tonight. So also, we're going to have quite a few special episodes coming up in the coming up weeks, mainly due to the fact that I know for a fact that things like New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, we usually don't get as many viewers as other times of year. And because of that, on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, we will still have shows. We're just going to have shows live from the parks. So make sure you join us on the 24th, right? Yeah, 2 weeks on the 24th, and in 3 weeks on the 31st for special park episodes from, I believe, probably Magic Kingdom and then Epcot. So make sure you join us both weeks for those special episodes. And of course, Tonight's episode is sponsored by our Patreon pals. If you're one of our Patreon pals out there in the chat room right now, give us an ooh yeah. Okay, it looks like we're going to be doing a Christmas episode. Okay, so this is going to be, we're going to give you guys a follow-up poll here to try to figure out exactly what type of Christmas episode you guys would like, because I don't honestly have anything planned for a Christmas episode, but at the same time, I do love the Christmas spirit. Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea for a Christmas episode. Okay, so here is the options for a Christmas episode. Oh, I really like this idea, and I think you guys are going to like this idea too. But I am thinking we could do a Christmas episode about Mickey's Christmas Carol. Or we can do a special episode about Muppets Christmas Carol. Or option number 3. You know what? Let's write these down. We're going to do this a poll. Okay, so we can do an episode about Mickey's. Nope, that's not a poll. That's a Q&A. We don't want a Q&A. We want a poll. Start a poll. There we go. Mickey's Christmas Carol. Muppets Christmas Carol. Christmas in the Parks, or all right, there's your poll. So our 4 options are, we can either talk about Mickey's Christmas Carol, we can talk about Muppets Christmas Carol, we can do an episode about Christmas in the Parks, or we will take a 10 to 15-minute break and go live from Disney Springs and do the Christmas tree trail right now, because that's still open for another 90 minutes. Oh, you guys aren't even voting for that one. You guys just voted for whatever. So it looks like we might not be doing that one. I was thinking people might want to have it so we take a break from the studio and head over there. Oh, we do have people who are voting for that now. So your 4 options are Mickey's Christmas Carol, Christmas in the Parks, or we go over to the Disney Springs Christmas Tree Trail right now and do an episode all from the Christmas Tree Trail. If you are one of the people who voted for Muppets Christmas Carol or Christmas in the Parks or go to Disney Springs Trails, right now it is a dead even thing. If you want to switch your vote to one of the other votes, you are more than welcome to just state in the chat room, I voted for this, but now I'm going to switch my vote to this. Otherwise, we'll give you guys another, let's say 45 seconds to figure out what it's going to be. And then we'll just do the random number generator to figure out what you guys want to have. Because right now we are at 33%, 33%, and 33%. We'll be there for Christmas. Yeah. Oh, we have a few more people who just popped on. So for those people who are hopping on right now, we are doing, you guys are figuring out what Christmas themed episode you want. We are either going to talk about Mickey's Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, Christmas in the Parks, or we literally go over to Disney Springs right now and do an episode live from the Christmas tree trails. You guys have, we're still going to give you guys 45 more seconds to vote. So 45 seconds and go. We'll say just whatever one of those votes pops up one more vote next. It's funny because it's showing that we actually have 12 people who are watching right now, but only 3 people have voted. So if you're one of those people who has not voted yet and you're watching right now, now it says we have 14 people who are watching and no one is voting. Let's see here. No one is voting. Oh, now it just dropped down to 5. 5 people are watching. No, we just need a tiebreaker. Vote for what you want. Oh my gosh. It looks like we're going to the random number generator. Let's get the random number generator. Okay, so Mickey's Christmas Carol will be number 1. Christmas in the Parks will be number 2. Go to Disney Springs for the Christmas Tree Trail will be number 3. Pick a number between 1 and 3. 2. So tonight we're episode all about Christmas in the parks. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and we are going to talk all about Disney Christmas in the parks. We will be doing an episode about I will be doing a video about the Christmas tree trail sometime in the near future. Oh, that's my dog. I don't know why we have so many people who are watching who are not voting, because now people are really like, I didn't want to do this episode. Well, you could have voted. Okay. So Christmas in the parks. Let's start off with a quick little history about Disney and Christmas time. And then we'll kind of go from there into things that you can do inside of the Disney parks during the holiday season, specifically Walt Disney World. We will touch a little bit on Disneyland, but mostly Walt Disney World. So going all the way back to the 1950s, Disney and Christmas have gone hand in hand. In fact, if you go all the way back to 1950, that was actually going to be the first time ever in the history of television that Walt Disney ever made an appearance on television. It was on Christmas Day, where we had Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland. It was 1 hour in Wonderland, and it was a special where Walt Disney was celebrating Christmas at the studio, and he was also giving us a little heads up about a brand new movie coming out the following year called Alice in Wonderland. They showed a few different clips of the film, and they had a few different Christmas things, but overall, it was not the most exciting Christmas holiday special ever, but it was the first time that most people in the world were able to see Walt Disney sit there and talk to them live, but not really live, because it was a television program. This would actually go on to inspire all of the different Disney films, the different Disney television series, like the Mickey Mouse Club, Walt Disney Presents, Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color, Walt Disney's World of Color. There's lots of different variations of the same name. So eventually what would happen is in 1955, the Disneyland Resort would open up over in Anaheim, California, and very quickly that very first year, they would have it so they would put a Christmas tree up to spread Christmas cheer for everyone from near to here. That doesn't make any sense, but at the same time, hey, you know what? I'm trying to rhyme for the very first time. That was an accidental rhyme. So they would eventually have it so Christmas would start becoming more and more popular in the parks, and they would start to do more and more different traditions at the parks as well. In 1958, Walt Disney decided to bring in a brand new holiday tradition that is still going strong in both Disneyland and Epcot to this very day, and that was the Candlelight Processional, where they would have a guest narrator come in along with a choir, and they would retell the story of the birth of Jesus. And with it, they would go through and talk all about Christmas and sing some Christmas songs. And overall, it was a great tradition that is still continued to this very day. Now, let's flash forward to 1971. In 1971, we had the Magic Kingdom would open up. And with the Magic Kingdom opening up, we would also have it so there would be many new holiday traditions being born over at the Magic Kingdom. Number one, we had a brand new Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, can you tell us some more things? Why, yes, I can. So here we go. I'm losing my voice, so and so. Okay, so the Christmas tree would be put up in the center of the park. And yes, it was lovely. Everyone loved it. But as time would go on, it was kind of the only real Christmassy thing that was being done at the Magic Kingdom for the first few years. Flash forward a few years, and we get a brand new holiday tradition in a very weird way. Now, if you think about Disney and you think about Christmas, most people who grew up from the late 1970s all the way up until the early 2000s, they may tell you about something that they associate with Christmas that you wouldn't really think about as a Christmas Disney thing today. And that, of course, is the Country Bear Jamboree. If you would go over to the Country Bear Jamboree from about 1978 all the way up until 2002, we used to have it so there was the Country Bear Musical Jamboree, or not Musical Jamboree, the Country Bear Jamboree Holiday Edition. So they would actually go through and they would start to sing different Christmas songs and overall have a grand old time. Hello, a girl and her corgi 7564. How are you doing? Also, wait. Let's see if we've got a new person here. A girl and her corgis. Number go up to 9077. Do you want to show us the trick that you can do? Maybe, unless you're already subscribed. Then this is just a failed bit. But I have faith If anyone can number go up to 9077, it's a girl and her corgis. And I maybe not. Hey! Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, a girl and her corgis. So we had the Country Bear Christmas Holiday Edition, and in it they would go through, and we would still have Henry, Max, Melvin, Buff, and all of the gang go through, and they would sing Christmas songs. And as time would go on, more and more holiday traditions would be brought to the Christmas or to the Walt Disney World Resort. But let's talk a little bit more about what you can do today, because I think that's the main reason people want to talk about this today. Now, if you are still going to Walt Disney World on this very day or in this very season, there is a ton for you to be able to do. Now, let's go park by park, and then from park by park, we're also going to go into other things like Disney Springs and the resorts as well, and a few other things that I personally love. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably have a pretty good idea what one of those is going to be. Let's start off at Magic Kingdom. So over at Magic Kingdom, you can go over to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Now, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is one of those things that I'm going to give you some insider tips about. Okay, so first up, what is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and what exactly can you do during the party? So Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is a special ticketed event, and if you go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, you can go through, and there are going to be several different shows, including the totally tubular Tomorrowland show, which is not tubular at all, but that's the name. Over on the stage show, we have it. So we've got a stage show with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Chip, Dale, and all of our other favorite friends, like the three Caballeros, and they all come out and sing different Disney songs. We have it so Clarabelle Cow comes out and sings All I Want for Christmas Is You. Chip and Dale come out and sing Ring-a-ling, ding, 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 ding. I don't know that song, but they go through and they sing all of these different Christmas-themed songs. Overall, it's an entertaining show. It's not the greatest show, but it's a pretty entertaining show. In addition to that, we also have it so there is a special parade that goes on, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Parade. I want to say that's the name of it, but let me just double check here. And in addition to the parade, we also have it so there is a special fireworks, which is themed all around Minnie Mouse. I know, that's right. Minnie Mouse gets her own fireworks show, which I think is pretty awesome, because we all love Minnie Mouse around here. All right, we got Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration is the stage show that can be found in front of the castle. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade. Once upon a Christmas time. And then it's Once Upon a Christmas Time is Christmas. Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks. And then we also have, in addition to that, a few special attractions that have special holiday overlays. Now, the special holiday overlays are Space Mountain, which instead of being pitch black, it actually has it so there's different Christmas songs playing and all of these bright lights that look like Christmas presents and wrapping presents all around you. Overall, a lot of fun. I actually really, really enjoy this. Number two, if you go through there, we also have it so there is the Manatee Party has another overlay where it's just like flashing lights. Over at the Tomorrowland Speedway, there is more flashing lights. And then my personal favorite is the Jingle Cruise. Now, the Jingle Cruise has it so the classic Jungle Cruise skippers take you on a wait, how do they say it? They said it the other day to me, and it was like the weirdest way I've ever heard anyone say it. A merry and magical cruise throughout the rivers while also celebrating Christmas. So when you would go through and have it so you go on the Jingle Cruise is going to be a lot of the same corny jokes that we all know and love as the Jungle Cruise, but instead what they do is they have it so it's all Christmas themed. So for instance, the boa constrictor, now they say, oh, that boa should be on top of a present, but I also like the humbugs. Oh, if you listen closely, you can hear the humbugs. Bah! Humbug. So there is a lot of different things that can go around that you can experience during the special party. Now, this is the Brent Dodge tip that I want to give everyone out there in case you are around Disney during the week of the week of Christmas. Now, if you go over to Disney on the week of Christmas, there is no reason for you to go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And the reason is is because on the week of Christmas, there are no party nights. And because there are no party nights, they do have it so the special fireworks are going on. They also have it so the special parade goes on during the day, not at night like it is during the party, but during the day. They do have the Christmas parade. You can also go on Space Mountain and have the special overlay. You can also go on the Speedway and have the special overlay. You can also go on the Mad Tea Party and have the special overlay. And if you go anytime from November through the holiday season, you can also go on the Jingle Cruise. Again, same overlay. So it is going to be a lot easier for you, and you're just going to save a lot more money if you go specifically to Disney on the week of Christmas. It might not save you more money. That might be the wrong way to say it. But if you're a local like me, it will make life easier for you and you don't have to spend as much money. The only drawback is you cannot meet some of the special characters that are found at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, with some of them that are very popular being Jack and Sally from A Nightmare Before Christmas, Mickey Mouse in his Santa suit, and my personal favorite, Scrooge McDuck, which I did see someone wrote, who's your favorite character? Scrooge McDuck's my favorite character. I absolutely love Scrooge McDuck, and I would go to war for that man. Okay. I really want that pickup truck popcorn bucket at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Do you think they will sell it after the last party? I do have a very strong feeling that they will sell that after the last party. Don't quote me on that. It might not be around, but I do think that they will have it. Here, let's try to find a picture of it for those people who are out there who do not know what it looks like. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party truck popcorn bucket. There it is. Okay. All right, let's head over to Epcot. Now, over at Epcot, we have it so we do have the Festival of the Holidays, which starts off the day after Thanksgiving. There are a lot of different people that I have talked to who say, oh, the Festival of the Holidays starts in November, in early November. No, that's not true. So they do have it so at Epcot, they go through Thanksgiving with just the normal stuff. They will put the Christmas tree up early. But besides that, everything else starts on the day after Thanksgiving every single year, at least for the last 15 years since I've lived down here. That has been how it's gone. So the Festival of Holidays is a tradition that I personally love. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Festival of the Holidays. First off, we have great ride overlays. Well, great ride overlay. There's only one, right? I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive there's only one. If you go over to Living with the Land, they have it so there is the glimmering greenhouses effect. Now, the glimmering greenhouses, I did go over there yesterday. It said it was a 45-minute wait. We only waited for 20 minutes. The glimmering greenhouses is one of the greatest things that you can do during the holiday season, in my personal opinion. If you go to Living with the Land, it is still the exact same Living with the Land. The narration's a little bit different where they talk more about holidays. And when you go through, they have Christmas lights everywhere, starting once you get to the greenhouse section. So when you're going through the rainforest and the desert and the farmlands, all the same. Although I do think that they should decorate the house for Christmas too, but they don't. And then once you get over to the greenhouses, there's lights everywhere. There's snow. I shouldn't say snowman. There are sandmen everywhere. And overall, it is unbelievable. Going up through the World Showcase. Around World Showcase, there are going to be all 11 countries are going to have some sort of special traditions that feature the different holidays for those specific countries. So if you go over to Mexico, you can learn all about Navidad, and you can learn all about the Three Kings Day. Now, if you go over to Norway, you have the Barn Santa. China has it so this year they've added some musical instruments, which actually is really cool. They also have it so they have the Chinese dragon. Over in Germany, we learn all about puppetry and the Christmas tradition of puppetry. In Italy, we have it so we have the witch who is associated with Christmas. In the American Adventure, we have the Voices of Liberty with the Dickens Carolers. If you've never seen them, I cannot recommend them enough. You must go check out the Christmas Carolers. In Japan, we learn all about the New Year. In Morocco, we learn. What do we learn in Morocco? Now I'm drawing a blank. Is there something in Morocco? There's something in Morocco. I'm just drawing a blank on what it is. In France, we have Pierre Noel, who is Santa Claus. In UK, we've got Father Christmas, Santa Claus. And in Canada, we've got a band, and the band just sings some Christmas songs too. In addition to all of that fun stuff, if you go over to the American Gardens Theater, which is going to be the theater that's found at the American Adventure Pavilion, they have one of my favorite things to do during the entire Christmas season. And they have it so it is the Candlelight Processional. Now, earlier we were talking about how the Candlelight Processional has been going on over in Disneyland since 1958. It has been going on at Epcot since 1982, aka the year that the park opened. So over at Epcot, and unlike, okay, so for Disneyland, they have it so the Candlelight Processional happens twice. You need to be invited to be able to go there. It's a VIP access event. If you are a regular guest, you can hear it, but you have to be standing on Main Street, and it's not that great. Unlike Epcot. So Epcot, you can either do the dining package, which gives you a guaranteed seat, or you can wait in a long line, which gives you not a guaranteed seat, but you get a seat, or you can stand in the back and then wait for the seats to open. That's what we did yesterday, and it was genius on our part. So, unlike how they do it over in Disneyland, at Epcot, the Candlelight Processional happens every single night from the day before or the day after Thanksgiving all the way until a few days after Christmas. And what they do is they have it so there's a guest narrator that's usually there for 2, sometimes 3 nights, sometimes only 1 night. And they go through and they tell the story of the birth of Jesus. Overall, it's an amazing event. If you go to church, it feels like you can go to that one time for the year, and it covers all of your church experience for the rest of the year. That's just how I feel. But overall, it's a great storytelling. They've had so many great narrators throughout the years. Last night we saw, I can't even think of what her name is. She was 83 years old. She's a singer. List of Candlelight Processional narrators 2025, Epcot. Okay, last night we saw, who did we see? I don't even see their name on there. We saw someone, and they were really good. Leslie Uggams. This is her first year ever doing it. Actually, yesterday we saw her at the first show that she's ever done it, and she was really, really into it, which I really, really appreciate. Anytime that they are out there and you can tell that they're actually into the experience, it just makes it so much better. In the past, I have seen everyone from Whoopi Goldberg to Jody Benson, Neil Patrick Harris, Pat Sajak. I always go at least once a year, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a year, to go check it out. Now, this year, we've had Constance Wu, Jordan Fisher, Jennifer Gardner, Ashley Eckstein, Ralph Macchio, excuse me, Leslie Uggams was last night and tonight. And then starting tomorrow, it's Marley Matlin, Henry Winkler. I would love to see Henry Winkler. That's the Fonz. Hey. Lauren Daigle. Dagley? Oh, what's her name? Gary Sinise. I've seen Gary Sinise a few times. Really good. Brendan Fraser. I saw him last year. I think it was. Maybe it was 2 years ago. He was really good. Louis Fonsi. Don't know who he is, but he sounds fancy. Joel Smallbone. Brie Larson. And then Cheryl Lee Ralph, who's there on the 29th and the 30th. Overall, it is a great experience from start to finish. If you have the time to go over there to Epcot and check it out, I highly, highly recommend it. Now, unlike all the other parks, most of the parks will have it so their holiday things continue a little bit into the new year. It usually goes to whatever the first Sunday is after the 1st. So this time around, it will be the 4th. So usually till January 4th, we'll have a few different things still going on around the parks that are Christmas themed or holiday themed, except for Epcot. Epcot has the biggest fireworks show in all of the parks for the new year. So to celebrate and to help prepare for that, they do have it so everything does end promptly on the 30th. And then on the 31st, everything is switched over to become a huge party for New Year's Eve. Let's talk a little bit about New Year's Eve too, because it's chaotic and it's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. So during New Year's Eve at Epcot, what they do is they have it so there's 3 different dance clubs that are set up around World Showcase. Over in China, they've got one. In Italy, they've got one. And in Japan, they've got one. Japan is usually a silent disco party. And then the other 2 have there's literally a dragon in China. And it breathes fire. It's the coolest thing in the world. I'm not a big dance party person, but I love it's so cool. Then the American Adventure, you can dance on the actual stage of the American Gardens Theater. So I go and dance on the stage every year for 10 seconds, just so that I can say that I've danced on the stage that year. And then in addition to that, they do have the greatest New Year's Eve fireworks of any of the parks. If you are planning on going to Disney during New Year's Eve, so many people will tell you, oh, you got to go to Magic Kingdom. You got to go to Magic Kingdom. You got to go to Magic Kingdom. I am here to tell you the Magic Kingdom fireworks show is good, but it's not anything like the fireworks show that is found at Epcot. I've gone to both, and I've gone back to Magic Kingdom once to say, you know what, I'll do it again. And Magic Kingdom has nothing on Epcot. So Epcot, what they do is they go through the regular fireworks show that they always do every single night. And then about 5 minutes, sometimes a little bit more, before midnight, they go, and now it's time for us to ring in the new year. And then they kind of go through about how it's a time of joy and a time of change and a time of New Year's upon us. And they always point out to us that, yes, while the new year is coming for us, it's already been celebrated for people all around the world, including our friends in Japan, who celebrated 18 hours ago. And then they do a massive fireworks show above the Japan Pavilion. And they say 1 hour later in China, they celebrate the New Year. And then we go to China, and there's a huge fireworks show above the China Pavilion. And then they continue to go around the world until the only 3 countries left is Canada, Mexico, and the United States, because those are the 3 that are all going to be ringing in the New Year together. And they go, but now it's our turn. And then the coolest thing in the world happens. They have it so above Japan, fireworks 10, above Morocco, fireworks 9, above France 8, above UK 7, above Canada 6, above Mexico 5, above Norway 4, above China 3, above Germany 2, above Italy 1, and then all of a sudden massive fireworks everywhere. Happy New Year! And then you got the for old acquaintance we forgot. It is the greatest fireworks show in the history of mankind. I cannot stress it enough. It is my favorite fireworks show that Disney does currently. It's after Wishes. It's my favorite fireworks show that Disney's ever done. I look forward to it every year as long as I'm not working on New Year's Eve, and sometimes I am. This year, luckily, it's falling on a Wednesday, so I'm guaranteed off. Haha, thank you, Wednesday show. But oh my gosh, it is the greatest fireworks show you will ever see, and I cannot stress enough that you have to go check it out. Okay, let's continue moving on to the different parks. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, we have some things that are going on specifically for a party, and we also have some things that are going on all year round. We're not all year round, but all season long. First off, we have Sunset Greetings, Sunset Seasons Greetings. That's it. Sunset Seasons Greetings over on Sunset Boulevard, where we have the projection show being placed on the Tower of Terror. This does happen nightly, and I think it's great. It goes on about every 15, 20 minutes. And while you are watching it, it goes through and shows you the Tower of Terror being transformed into different scenes from Mickey's Christmas Carol, from the Olaf's Frozen Adventure. We have Muppets with a gingerbread house, and then we also have Toy Story. Overall, all 4 of them are unbelievable. I cannot stress it enough. Go watch all 4 in a row. In addition to that, over at Walt Disney Presents, right now they do have a special Christmas display. Ooh, this is where you can go meet Santa Claus over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But in addition to that, they do have it so they have special props and costumes from the Santa Claus films, both 1, 2, and 3. They also have it so there's special things from Noel, just one, because there was only one movie. Babes in Toyland, the classic from the 1960s, which is not even a Christmas movie, but they got the toy soldiers in there, so I think they decided to throw that in there. And then my personal favorite, your personal favorite, everyone's personal favorite Christmas movie, Muppets Christmas Carol. I don't know if that's everyone's favorite movie. Okay, you know what? Let's do another poll here. I'm going to do a poll. Which is better? Mickey's Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, or something else? We're just going to have this poll up for the rest of the time. So just feel free to vote. My personal favorite, Muppets Christmas Carol. I absolutely love Muppets Christmas Carol. Over here, you can see the costumes for Charles Dickens, a.k.a. Gonzo, Rizzo the Rat, Tiny Tim, played by Robin, Kermit the Frog, played by, or not, sorry, Robin, Bob Cratchit, played by Kermit the Frog, and then a few other different pieces that they use for the film as well. Personally, my favorite Christmas movie. I just absolutely love it. Mickey's Christmas Carol is great too, but Muppets Christmas Carol, there's just, it's the singing street corner choir. It's getting home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. It is the greatest Christmas movie, in my personal opinion. Followed closely by It's a Wonderful Life. Followed closely by Mickey's Christmas Carol. Okay. In addition to those different things that you can find during the day, and you don't have to spend extra money for, you can also go to Disney's Jollywood Nights. Now, Jollywood Nights is a paid ticket event. I personally have never gone to this because the Jollywood Nights are always on nights that I just can't go. It just has fallen like that every single year for the last 3 years. So while I still have a job, it just looks like I will not be going to Jollywood Nights until either I make more money off of YouTube or my job burns. I don't know which one's going to happen first. Hopefully for the sake of the other people who work with me, the YouTube thing. But if you go to Jollywood Nights does have several different special shows. They have Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, which is the fireworks show. If you have been going to Disney's Hollywood Studios for longer than 3 years during the Christmas season, then you have seen Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. It is the old fireworks show that they used to do over there, starring Lanny and Wayne from Prep and Landing. In addition to those ones, we also have What's This, which is a special show with Jack Skellington, and there's like 3 or 4 other shows there too. I have personally never been, so I am the wrong person to go through and ask about what you can see there. But overall, I have heard nothing but great things about Jollywood Nights. Like I said, I have been working literally every single day that Jollywood Nights is going on. I've been working. So, or it's on tonight too, and we're doing the Wednesday show. And I would have planned ahead, but I did not realize because usually it is every Saturday and Monday. So unfortunately, we'll see. Okay. Wait. We have some questions in there. Oh my gosh, Brent, you need to record Voices of Liberty singing Christmas carols. I cried on Saturday. So beautiful. I do have, my plan is to get up there and see them one of these days. I actually went there with one of my friends specifically to watch them a few weeks ago, and I was starving. So we got food, and then the food took forever. And by the time we finished, we got over there, and they were just finishing up. So we missed the entire show. But they're still going to be around for a few more weeks. So I will definitely go see it. How long do they usually keep up the Living with the Land overlay after Christmas? I want to say that's one of the things that might stay after the holiday season, but I'm almost positive it does close up on December 30th as well. So hopefully it's not, but blocked out until 1/5. So I'm hoping it hangs around until then. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah. Who are we saying happy birthday to? I missed the birthday. Oh, birthday's on December 16th. Happy birthday, Christine. Okay, so let's head over to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and then we're going to talk about the resorts, and then we're going to talk about one of my favorites. So over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, there is not a lot of stuff going on for the holiday season. Dinoland USA, despite what people say online, it's still open, people. Go enjoy Dinoland USA before it closes up. It officially closes up on February 2nd. So you still have a little less than 2 months to go enjoy Dinosaur and go back in time and try to catch a dinosaur with Dr. Grant Seeker. It is an amazing show. Or an amazing attraction. I cannot stress it enough. Go check it out while it's still there. Also, if you're here during the holiday season, you can also go over to Dinoland USA because that is where the central party area for Christmas time is. Over there, we do have it so Chip, Dale, Daisy, and Donald are all in their Christmas attire, celebrating. And at the same time, they're still in their Dinoland stuff with Christmas attire on, which just makes it so much better. If you walk around the land, there are going to be Christmas decorations. You can also meet Santa Claus over at Restaurantosaurus. Overall, a great time had by all. However, the real star during the holiday season over at Disney's Animal Kingdom is the Merry Menagerie. That is going to be the special frozen friends that are found in the front of the park. When I say frozen friends, I do not mean Anna, Elsa, and Olaf, but instead I mean little penguins and reindeer and polar bears and seals and birds. It's amazing. It's adorable. If you've never seen it, I cannot stress it enough. It is puppets that are walking around and interacting with people, and they have a violin player there, and they have a little drummer person there, and it puts you in the Christmas music or the Christmas mood, and I think it is one of my favorite holiday things. I look forward to it every single year, and every time when you walk over that hill and you see the tree of life in front of you, but then you hear that Christmas music being played, and you can see all of those frozen friends going around, it is one of the happiest times of the entire year. So that is the main stuff over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And that wraps up the 4 parks. Now, over at Disney Springs, like our vote was for today, you have the opportunity to go over and do the Christmas tree stroll. Now, the Christmas tree stroll, unlike how it was in the past where it was all the different Christmas trees in one little area, over the last, I think, 3 years, maybe 4 years now, it is spread out across Disney Springs. So while you go through Disney Springs, you can go get a map. I know for a fact that you can get one at Basin, at the Lego store, at Guest Relations, Coca-Cola, I want to say. Don't quote me on Coca-Cola. But you can get a map at multiple different places. When you go in there, you get the map, and in there is little stickers, and you have to go through and try to find all the Christmas trees all around Disney Springs. Now, these are all themed around different Disney things for the most part. We do have a few of them that are not, like the stupid one that's in front of the Orange Garage. It's the ugliest thing in the world, in my opinion. It's the sphere tree, and it's just all these circles that make up a Christmas. I don't like it. If you can't tell, I don't like it. I do like, however, the Villains tree is really cool, the Haunted Mansion tree. There is a Disney Parks tree, which has different icons from all the different Disney parks. In addition to that, we do have it so there is a Nightmare Before Christmas tree. There's trees pretty much about anything and everything Disney scattered around the area. So go check it out if you've not done so already. Overall, I think it's a great little search and find, especially if you're heading over to Disney Springs. And if you look at the back of the map, there are lists of different spots all around Disney Springs that you can get discounts to. And you can go up to these different places and get like 15% off or 20% off, or sometimes it's like buy one, get one free. They're great deals, and it's so funny how many people I see walking around with them that don't realize that they can get discounts on all these different locations. Some of them are better than the annual pass holder discount. That's right. So just go, even if you don't want to do the Christmas tree trail, go pick it up. It's like getting a coupon book. I'm just trying to save you guys money right now. Okay. In addition to Disney Springs, we also have many, over 20 different resorts found throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. Now, if you go to every single one of these resorts, they do have something Christmassy or something holiday-y around these resorts, helping people celebrate the holidays. Over at All-Star Movies, Sports, and Music, which is where I explored today, they have a Christmas tree in each one of the lobbies, and they have Christmas music playing pretty much everywhere you go. They're not the most exciting trees. It's not really worth going over there if you are going over there specifically for the Christmas stuff. But at the same time, it's Christmas. My personal favorites. Let's count down my top 5 favorite resorts to go to during the holiday season. Let's start off with number 5. I don't know if this is actually the correct order, but you know what? We're just going to pretend like what it is. Number 5, Contemporary. If you go over to Contemporary, not only do we have an amazing Christmas tree that is found in front of the resort, actually, it is the tallest Christmas tree found anywhere on Disney property. Inside, if you go up to the Grand Canyon Concourse, you can find a gingerbread display. I have not seen it this year, so don't tell me what it is. But you can go up to check out the gingerbread display, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a castle because that's what it's been the last few years. But you can go up there and you can see a gingerbread display of most likely a castle. And there, they usually have a few different hidden Mickeys as well. Number 4. Number 4 over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. At Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, we have another amazing Christmas tree right there in the middle of the lobby of the entire resort. Now, in addition to that, we do have some garland that is kind of hanging around the area. Overall, it's got some of my favorite decorations on any of the Christmas trees. It feels like Christmas in this building, mainly due to the fact that it is a lodge-themed resort. And while you're in there, it just feels nice and cozy on the inside and on the outside because they have the fireplace going too. Number 3. Number 3 is without a doubt for me, the Beach Club. Over at the Disney's Beach Club Resort, we have a gingerbread carousel. Inside of this carousel, we always have it so it's themed around something completely different. We did do a video about this a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago. I can't even remember anymore. Time is going by insanely weird lately. But we do have a gingerbread display. This year, they are celebrating the 25 years of the gingerbread display going on. So all of the different horses are themed around the different people who would have helped create the gingerbread display over the last 25 years. Overall, it is a great, great, great tradition that I cannot stress enough that everyone should go see every single year because every single year the theming changes completely. Last year, it was Mickey's Christmas Carol, which was one of my favorite ones they've ever done. They had a Scrooge McDuck horse. It's the greatest thing you could ask for. In addition to that, we had things like The Little Mermaid. We had princesses one year. We had villains one year. It always changes around from year to year with the theming, and I cannot stress enough that I highly recommend going and check this out if you are in Walt Disney World at any time during the holiday season. Number 2, easily Wilderness Lodge. Wilderness Lodge makes me think of Wisconsin. I am from Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin, if you can tell. If Walt Disney World was in Wisconsin, not for a second, I would be down in Florida. I would be like, yes, I'm going to stay in Wisconsin for the rest of my life. But Disney World is not in Wisconsin, so that's why I'm in Florida. So this is a very true story. So if you go there and you want to get that, just to me, what to me is a traditional Christmas feeling, this is the place to go. You feel like you're in an old lodge, like Telemark Lodge up by Birkebeiner, and it just feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas to me. However, number 1, the thing that feels even more like Christmas to me is walking around outside and taking a look at different Christmas decorations at my number 1, Fort Wilderness Campground. Fort Wilderness Campground has some of the best Christmas decorations you will ever see, and they're not even put up by Disney. They are actually put up by the residents that are staying at that location. As you go through, you'll see different Christmas trees, different decorations like giant Olafs and giant Olafs and giant Olafs, and I cannot stress to you how many Olafs you will see when you walk around the campground. But overall, there is so much to see and so much to experience while walking around this winter wonderland that is Fort Wilderness. Hands down, without a doubt, my favorite resort to go to during the holiday season. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, we always do a tradition on where we go to Fort Wilderness for a Wednesday show. We'll either go next week or the week after. I've not decided yet. But one of these, next week or the week after, we will go to Fort Wilderness to go check out the Christmas decorations. Okay, and we've covered the resorts. We've covered Disney Springs. We've covered the parks. There's only one thing we have to cover left. And I know what you're thinking. What else is there? Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Claus is coming to town, but he's not just coming to town during the holiday season. He is coming to town 365 days a year, because 365 days a year, you can visit Santa at his own little winter/summerland. That's right. Over at Disney's Winter Summerland Miniature Golf, we've got two completely different courses. One of them focuses on the summer side. One of them focuses on the winter side. Both of them focus a lot around fun. We have 18 holes on both sides, totaling up to a total of 36 different holes. And those 36 different holes all feature jolly old St. Nicholas, his elves, some snowmen, and a whole lot more. Overall, it is probably one of my favorite Christmassy things anywhere on property, and you can visit it not just during the holiday season, but you can visit it in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, because it is the place that just keeps on giving hole in one after hole in one after hole in one. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up our walk around the winter wonderland that is Disney parks and Christmas time. Does anyone out there have any questions before we wrap this thing up? I have been trying so hard not to cough tonight, and I think I only coughed once. I'm going to take a drink of water, but the last few days, every time I drink water, it's like a few seconds later, it's just like, so just bear with me. I'm so thirsty right now. So you say, how long do they usually keep the Live with Land? Yeah, so I want to say all the Epcot stuff is gone by the 30th, typically. Hopefully, blocked out until January 5th. So with you guys being blocked out, I do highly recommend going to check out the Christmas tree trail at Disney Springs, but I cannot stress enough, the Christmas trees and the Christmas decorations at all the different resorts are amazing. They are unbelievably amazing, and I would highly recommend going to the ones that I just listed off because I think they're some of the best. I still have to go check out a lot of resorts. Life has been very hectic this year for me. So usually we spend a lot more time at the different resorts and checking out all the different decorations. And this year I have not had the opportunity to do as much as I usually do. But today I was able to do the All-Stars, but I was also doing that for a secret project. Hush, hush. Mainly for the secret. It was all for the secret project. I just saw the Christmas trees while I was walking around too. I was like, there's a Christmas tree. And there's another one. And another one. But it looks like that might do it. We don't have any questions coming to the chat room. Let's take a look at our number here. We did have a girl and her Corgi pop up and become 9,077 subscriber. And we are still sitting at that 9,077. I did the Christmas tree trail a couple of weeks ago. It was fun. I do really like the Christmas tree trail. I have not done it yet this year. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I might go over there. But I want to go to Magic. Oh, life is so crazy. Okay, so tomorrow I want to go mini golfing because I've only done once in like the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks. 4 weeks? Weeks. It feels like I have not gone as often as I usually do. So I want to go mini golfing tomorrow. But I also want to go to Magic Kingdom, but it closes at 6 tomorrow because of the party. But I also want to go to the Christmas tree trail. So maybe I'll do mini golf because I have to do that before 4 with my annual pass. And then run over to Magic Kingdom until 6, and then maybe go over and do the Christmas tree trail. And I also want to see Wilderness Lodge too. There's just not enough time, people. And a completely different, unrelated note, if anyone knows how we can get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so I don't have to go to work, that'd be super-de duper. Super-de duper indeed, my friends. Okay, so I do think we're going to be wrapping up right here. Thank you everyone out there for joining us. As always, tonight's episode was sponsored by our Patreon pals. If you're one of our Patreon pals out there in the chat room right now, give us an oh yeah. Thank you everyone out there for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed our special look at Disney during the holidays. We'll be back next week, possibly with a special episode. Coming live from someplace around Walt Disney World Resort. I am not sure yet, so do not quote me on that. We might be doing a special episode here as well. But remember that anything can happen if you let it. Until next time, have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Are they gone? Are they gone? Look at my cheeks are just killing me. I can't stand this kind of pressure.